Hi everyone, what is going on? My name is Jamie Palmer and welcome to another episode with the Binary Destroyer 7.0. Now in today's video, I thought I'd take it a bit old school, kind of mix it up a bit and talk about the standard BD strategy. Now obviously recently over the last couple of weeks and months, I've just been constantly talking about Mogwai strategy. It's just this big craze in the minute in the group. Obviously a lot of BD members are having success with it, but I thought, you know what, I've just released some new training talking about the new standard BD strategy. I thought I would cover it in today's video. Now obviously if you are a BD member, do head over to the members area because I've just released some new training, new online course, new quiz, training videos regarding the standard BD strategy. Now the difference between the 7.0 and the 6.5 and all the other generations before that was the 7.0 doesn't repaint, okay? And after spending, the last couple of months kind of writing up this, this training material and testing the 7.0, I found it to be a lot more powerful. Now, what we're getting is less signals, but they're more accurate and more winners, which is exactly what I wanted when I created the 7. Because ultimately, over time, you want to take less trades, but you want those trades that you do take to be winners, okay? And when I was comparing the 6 and the 7 together, I found I was getting more setups with the 6, but they were producing more losers, okay? With the 7s, I was getting less setups, but the setups that I were getting were winners. So we'll cover that in today's video, and I'll show you how well it's performed on today's market. If you are a BD member, obviously do take this online course because at the end there's an exam, and I'll be able to know how well you do, and also it helps me to teach you because I will know where your strengths and weaknesses are when you take that quiz, because I'll know what questions you got wrong and know what questions you got right, and then from that I can build a picture on what your strengths and weaknesses are in trading, and then I can help you and guide you along your way. So yeah, do take this. It is worth every penny. It's a free update for you, free training, support and updates for life, but it is worth going over it. Now let's just head over to the charts, and I've actually got my charts loaded up with, guess what, the Mogwai strategy. As you can see, it's produced a real nice buy on USD CAD. That's a really nice buy. Yeah, I quite like that. It's outside the zone. Let's have a look at Euro USD. Okay, so we've got two signals. Mogwai has produced two signals on Euro USD. In fact, we've got produced 1, 2, 3, 4. I wouldn't take that one because it's outside the zone or inside the zone. I wouldn't take that one, it's inside the zone. I wouldn't take that one because again, the candlestick is inside the zone, but I would take this one. Okay, what's important is the candlestick, not the arrow. And this candlestick is perfectly outside the zone. I'm just going to go over to the higher time frames to see if there is a support line. Yeah, so there is a support line. Look at these beautiful sells and buys on the 1 hour charts. This is where you get the pips with the Mogwai strategy. Okay, that's a real nice. In fact, look, I can show you some of the support and resistance. Look at that. Look at that beautiful sell off that resistance there at the top there. That's a nice setup. So let me just draw my resistance, my support, and then we'll go down to lower time frames. I just want to see if that was a signal. So we had a touch just there, you can see here, and we had a touch just here. So let's go over to the 5-minute charts, and yeah, so that really good trade, everyone. That is a really good trade. It meets all of the rules. It's on a support line. The candle's outside the zone. Again, how do you take these sort of trades? Stop loss of around 10 pips. This trade went to about 40 pips. So almost a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. But I would say maybe a 1-to-1 just to kind of in and out scalping. That's a good setup. Let's have a look at NZUSD. Again, I've got a nice little buy just here. Outside the zone, I'd go with that. Have we got any support? Let's have a look. Okay, we've got a few signals. Let me just draw them. I'm just going to have a quick draw of my support and resistance. We've definitely got a touch there. Okay, We've definitely got to touch off this support line there. So on the 1 hour charts, I would definitely take this signal here. As you can see here, if I zoom in, you can see that signal arrow. So that's a nice support line. Again, 20 pip stop loss. You know, this trade went to 48 pips. So 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Did we get a better entry off the 5 minutes? Let me just have a look. I've only really got, in fact, we definitely got a nice signal with the trend. I don't even know. I think it was this signal here. I probably wouldn't have took that one. But look, if I draw my support and resistance on the 1 hour, we have this little signal here. Wouldn't take that one. Again, that's in no man's land. There's no support there. You'd wait for the price to come down, bounce off this support, produce a signal. Okay, and that one, and you would 100% take that trade because, everyone, why would you take that trade? Because again, okay, we've got a perfect, not the best, but you can see a perfect break, retest, trade with the trend and drops. Nice setup. Now, yeah, we're not talking about Mogwai today. We're talking about binary on the normal BD strategy. So let's load up the normal binary destroyer. Okay, and we're going to go over some binary setups, okay, because this is exactly where it started some 5 years ago, me trading binary with the binary destroyer. So let's head over to the 1 minute charts and we'll go with 5 minute expiries, because I found that overall a 30-minute expiry is perfect for this strategy. Okay, it just allows price to breathe. Okay, so what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for, if I just keep going. Okay, so like I said, with the 7.0, we get less setups, okay? But out of those setups that we do get, they're more likely to be winners, which is exactly what I wanted when building the 7.0. Here's a nice little setup here. What I found with the 6 is when I compared the 6 and 7 together, the 6 was producing more signals, but those signals were losers, okay? I was getting half as many signals with the 7, but the signals that I did get, they were winners, you know. So you're taking less trades, but they're more likely to be winners. So this is a nice setup here. The RSI is not oversold, okay, so risky trade, but what I'm looking for is the candlestick here has to be outside the zone. Again, same with the Mogwai strategy, not the arrow, the candle. This is half in, half out, but I mean, this is what I'd say. Go for a 30-minute expiry there, and that's a nice winner. And notice how price does go against us. That's why I say a 30-minute expiry. It allows the, you know, space for the price to breathe. I'll try and find you a setup. I say we've got a setup at the top there, but no. Okay, we got one here. In fact, this is, okay, look, this is nice. Okay, you can see how we're outside the zone, or let's say we're 90% outside the zone. As a rule of thumb for me, if the candle is 90% outside the zone, I'll take the trade. So RSI is turned red, yes. Candlestick outside the zone, yes. 30-minute expiry, okay, wins, okay. So like I said, you know, we're going to get less setups, but those setups are going to be good. Okay, so that's a nice setup there. Here's another one at the bottom here. Again, look at this. Okay, we're oversold on the RSI. We're outside the zone. Little risky because it's against the trend. Nonetheless, 30-minute expiry. This is, again, look, there you go. 30-minute candle is there. Okay, so nice winner there. Wouldn't trade this setup here because prices, I mean, this, when was this? Yeah, 12 o'clock at night. I mean, you can tell by the candlesticks, this is not a good setup. So I wouldn't take that setup. We'll keep going. The easiest way to do it is just look at the RSI. When it turns red, go for a trade. Okay, this is a nice setup. Again, notice how the RSI has turned red. We're outside the zone. I would say maybe 80% that candle is outside the zone. I mean, I probably would take that. Again, 30-minute expiry, you know that's a winner. So, you know, it is what it is. No setups here. Risky trade. I mean, straight up, that is a risky trade. Maybe wouldn't take that. In fact, I wouldn't take that. I mean, look at that big gap. That's a big gap. But, I mean, as you can see, proof is in the pudding. Even that trade wins. Okay, we got a setup here. Okay, that might actually be our first loss. So, yeah, that's a lot. In fact, is it? I think that lot, oh look, 33 minutes. So 3 minutes later, this trade would have won, typically. Okay, real nice setup at the top. Look at that. This is what I tend to go for. Candle outside the zone. That's a really, really good setup there. Again, 30-minute expiry winner. Let's have a look at USD CAD. Let's see how well USD CAD has performed today. Using the new, using the so 1 minute time frame. Let's go for 30-minute expiries. Again, let's have a look. Okay. Oh, no, that's not a setup. That's just me being fussy. Okay. Okay, look at this. Perfect. This is a perfect sell setup here. Again, look at the candles outside the zone. It's not in, it's not, oh, is it in? Is it out? It's outside the zone. We want confirmation it's out. RSI's turned red, overbought. 30-minute expiry. I mean, like I said, if you're patient and you are a patient trader and you wait for these kind of setups, you're going to do well with it. I mean, even if you trade this on Forex, you have a stop loss above the high, and you target the bottom of the zone, it gets filled. Let's have a look. Keep going. I'm just going to look at the RSI. When the RSI's turned red, okay, I'm going to have a look at it. Okay, here's one here. Okay, here we go. Look again, RSI's turned red. Another good setup. 30-minute expiry. Yes, just one. You see our 30-minute expiry is just kind of an all-round winner. That's a good setup there. Again here, look at this. Okay, again, RSI's turned red. We've got a nice buy zone here. 30-minute expiry. Just there on this candle here. Just a nice winner in the nick of time. So again, good. I'll find you one more. That's a real nice signal with the trend. Look at that. That's nice. Here, in fact, this might be our loss. This might actually be a loss, everyone. Yeah, you can see RSI is overbought. Signal, this is actually a loss, so it is what it is. I'll find you one more winner. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So RSI oversold, again, turned red. Arrow outside the zone. 30-minute expiry, winner. So as you can see, the normal BD strategy still performing as good as it did 5 years ago when I first started it. And yeah, whenever a new member asks me what strategy they should learn first, this strategy here, because believe me, it's just such a good strategy. Let me have a look at this on the 1 hour. Oh, let's have a look on the 1 hour chart. Okay, and we'll try and target some pips on Forex. So what we're looking for, RSI oversold. Again, this is 1 hour charts here, so you're not really going to get a lot of setups really, unless you've got this running on a number of currency pairs. You see, you're getting these setups here where the RSI is overbought. You see, and that then again, stop loss of around 40 pips. This trade does go 40 pips, but if you want my honest opinion, if you want to trade the higher time frames with the BD, it's got to be Mogwai. It just has to be Mogwai. If I load up my Mogwai settings here, Mogwai Forex, okay, you'll see the difference. Look, here we go, look. Okay, I mean, let me just mark up my charts like this. So you can see here, out of just randomly taking every trade, that's a loss. This one would have been a nice winner. I mean, that went 32 pips before going against us. We've got a nice sell at the top here. Okay, stop loss of around 45 pips. That trade went 211 pips. We've got a nice buy here. Okay, stop loss of around 62 pips. This trade went 65 pips. This trade here, again, stop loss of around 20 pips. This trade went 51 pips. That trade would have been a loss. We've got a sell here. Okay, stop loss of around 18 pips. This trade went 25 pips. We've got this one here, 42 pips. This trade went 29 pips. So you probably would have lost that setup there. This trade here, stop loss of around 28 pips. This trade went 20 pips. But if you re-entered on this diversion signal, which as you can see popped here, that dropped nicely. So as you can see, everyone, you know, that's the binary destroyer and how well it's performed today. I've currently got some trades going on my left screen at the minute on C Trader, and I'm not going to show you, but nothing's happening at the minute. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.